Can't lie, this potion feels like allowed cheating in PoE 2. Just take a look. Let's put our Sigil of Power and let's put our Mana Tempest. Let's put like, I don't know, 2 abilities and look our mana. This is insane. You know how broken it is when you pair it with something like Mind over Matter? This is literally a full HP mana potion, because that's what you're gonna like consume instead of your HP. So your mana potion is like your health potion, but the difference is how much life you can get easily and how much mana you can get easily. Especially for the builds like mine that scale the damage with Archmage, which means basically scaling your damage off of the amount of mana you have. So the more mana, the more HP. And you have a potion that allows you to deal crazy amount of damage with literally no negative effect. This chaos damage that we get, it's literally like you don't even have to bother about it. Especially if you still play with energy shield and you have chaos inoculation. So that's first. And second, it's always stopping your mana, and you can use potions whenever you're frozen, whenever you're stunned. You can just press your potion whenever. As long as you have charges, you can slap that potion to top your mana, aka HP, if you play Mind over Matter. Like this situation I found myself into just here on the footage. Just take a look. Like I killed a boss and I didn't realize that there's gonna be some effects on the ground that would nearly kill me if I just wasn't able to spam my potion. Just look how much mana they take. I have 4k mana, so imagine what happens if I couldn't top my mana instantly with the potion. Or just look at my mana when I do this ritual. Just look how easy it is to do a ritual on my stormweaver if I can just do this with my mana, instantly regen it to full. And just look how beautifully it pays off. An audience with the king, so that's the boss we get the ingenuity belt from. Or just look at this situation whenever I'm not looking at what's happening in the game. I'd be fucking dead as fuck if I didn't have my potion, and probably that's it. Cause my omen didn't even pop there, and it's crazy. Not to speak of that I realized I can easily sustain the mana flask charges, so I went full in apeshit instantly. I threw away all of my mana regen and I put everything I could into damage. That's just a general build that I fixed in an instant, so I don't know if I'm gonna be settling with this or just maybe going for this, since I still used flame wall, so easy ignite. That's a lot of elemental damage. Or maybe somewhere else, but I dropped the recoup, I dropped all of this mana regen, I dropped this that I played before with mana cost of skill reduction plus mana regen, and I don't really feel like... yeah, I haven't died since I have the potion. I saved up 22 divines, I believe, for it, because I couldn't drop it on Simul, and Simul was like overall very hard, and I only did it once. So I think even this, from my atonement, is gonna be swapping to some more juicy damage. I just don't know what yet, but instantly I dropped all of my mana regen, and I'm straight up sustaining only with this potion. And as funny as it is, it works out so far. And by the way, a quick update to my previous video, cause there I had my 2 citadels all around the bodies of water that I was mentioning, and here we go, the third one was hiding here, so they quite often, from what I see, come in 3-pack. Speaking of the water bodies, this one is literally spawned on a small part of water, just to prove that they always spawn all around it. Actually, I have an idea how to test that potion, because I have that BREACHSTONE here, and Dorviani here will ref on some Atlas passives for me, just to make the breach harder, and let's see how we're gonna do on the breach with our new mana potion when the breach is +6 for completely no reason. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's open it. Where is even our starting point? Here. So, as you saw, it opens on +6. Let's see how I do with the new potion. Oh, it didn't close, luckily, because I had to take a couple minutes, but let's just see that twisted domain, what it brings versus my new potion. Full mana, but I love it. Didn't break a sweat. Just walk in the park. I mean, the fact I'm like constantly getting the charges back from monsters is just crazy. That on demand full mana is just something else, especially with full 4k mana. You can just keep them dead. You can just keep them spawning dead. Mana charge is still up. Like, this is probably the most intense thing you can do, because you're on the timer. You have to constantly spam damage. So you're constantly recharging the flask, so you can see if it's enough to just spam the flask. Pretty easy self-sustain with that flask, man. Not gonna lie. Amazing thing. The biggest drops on my mana are like whenever I take damage, or when my lightning conduit procs, because it's ×2. Oh my god, I wasn't watching my... Oh, the explosion. No, it was... I got PTSD, bro. These explosions on the ground. It was my own orb. 19. I never saw a 20. Couple of breach rings for that beautiful rolling. Breach precursor. Breach ring. I'm not even picking up the catalyst ICBA. Let's see the boss on +6. Do I? Yeah, I do still have +6. Hopefully I can do it. Spam some mana into here. So, I will link up at the end of the video guide to this build, because it's a budget build, by the way. So, enjoy.